It's Sunday night and you're writing the list. You know the list. The one written by the most optimistic woman alive. The version of you who doesn't get interrupted, doesn't get sick kids, doesn't get 4 texts in 30 seconds from a teenager while she's on a client call. She books your week solid, this woman. And then she leaves. And Monday, you inherit this list. Today, what happened when a woman in my group finished 30% of her list and every single day for a week? And what the research says about why your list was never going to survive anyway. Plus, 2-minute morning rituals that changes who gets to grade your day.
You're listening to Amplify with Purpose, Business and Life Unlocked. I'm Odette de Beer. This is where we have real conversations about building a business and a life that actually works. No scripts, no fluff, and nothing you'll have to pretend you didn't hear. If you're ready to lead with purpose and deliver with consistency, you're in the right room. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to Amplify with Purpose. I'm Odette, and this one comes straight out of my Monday morning, the Growth Collective, my weekly accountability room for women in business. One of these women had just come through the last week of school holidays, kids home, one night of no sleep because the little one couldn't settle, a movie that turned into a little bit scary and needed a mum in bed for the whole afternoon. You know this week. You've lived it before. And through all of it, she was running a business. Client work that couldn't move, invoices needed to get out, proposals she'd been building towards for months. And on Monday morning, she did a checking and she said a sentence that I want to hand to every woman listening. She said, I probably did 30% of my checklist every day. And the world kept moving. 30%. And here's what's inside the other 70. Nothing. No missed deadline, no client's emergency, no consequence at all. Invoices went out, all of them. Proposals got drafted. The people who needed her got her. And everything that was actually holding the roof up got done. And then she said the second thing, quieter, more honestly, the bigger one. I don't celebrate the wins that I do have because I think my list is incomplete. So I think I don't deserve it. Sit with that for a second, because I'd bet money that that sentence lives in your head too. The week produces real wins. The unfinished list cancels them out the door. So today, 3 truths about your list. First, the list was wrong, not you. Here's the first thing I want you to understand that research says. Your Sunday night list was never achievable, and that's not a character flaw. It's a documented failure of the human brain. Psychologists call it the planning fallacy. Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky named it back in the 70s, and it's one of the most replicated findings in the field. We systematically underestimate how long it takes, and even for tasks we've done 100 times before. In the classic study, students predicted when they'd finish their thesis, and only about 30% finished by their own estimate. That's that number again. We just saw it. And the fascinating part is experience doesn't actually fix it. We do this every week. The week disagrees every week. And next Sunday night, we write the same list again because we plan. We imagine the best case day and quietly delete the interruptions, the tiredness, the scary movie. So the gap between the list and your day isn't evidence about you. It's evidence about your list. It was written by someone working with fictional data. The second truth is that the gap is what hurts you, not the standard. Second, I think matters more. Researchers who study perfectionism draw a line between two things that look similar and behave completely differently. There's striving, having high standards, wanting to do excellent work, and then there's what they call discrepancy, the felt gap between the standard and how you think you performed. And study after study would show, including recent work published just last year, finds the same patterns. The striving isn't what damages our well-being, it's the discrepancy. It's the most robust predictor of low well-being and well-performing perfectionism literature, stronger than the standards themselves. So translate that out of the lab. Keeping the bar high doesn't actually hurt you. Grading yourself against the fictional day does. The 30% wasn't the problem. The habit of starting at the missing 70%, the win cancelling 70%, that's the mechanism doing all the damage. Which is why what this woman did was so significant. She didn't lower her standards. Trust me, this is not a woman who has low standards. She closed the gap from the other side. She resized the expectations so that the week she was actually in her words, as long as I got 6 hours of work done, I was fine. And then this is the part that I loved. She said, I'm not very good at that. She said, while doing it. And that's what growth sounds like in real time. Doing the new thing while still introducing yourself as the old one. The final truth is the practical one. The one way to win the end of the day is define winning at the start of it. In the Catalytic Code, I write that performance, the second movement in the catalytic system, is consistency, not heroics. The business is not built by the occasional 100% day. It's built by the priorities that survive the every kind of day. The school holiday day, the no sleep day, the audit weekday. And the 5 elements that have to line up for you to build who you actually are, the one that betrays women most reliable is the schedule. The calendar quietly promising a woman who isn't going to show up that day. The women I coach hear me say, we talk about glass balls and rubber balls. A handful of what you're juggling is glass. Drop it and something real breaks. But most of it is rubber. Drop it and it bounces back. It waits, it gets picked up on Tuesday. The list doesn't actually know the difference. Only you do. And if you don't decide which it is in the morning, that list will happily grade you against all of it by midnight. So here's your weekly ritual I'd like for you to try out. It takes 2 minutes and it goes next to that sticky note habit you already know from the show. 1 win, 1 focus, and 1 block. 1, write the list. Go on, write the whole optimistic thing. I'm not taking your list away. 2, circle 3 items. Only 3. These are the glass balls. The things that if they get done, the day was a success no matter what else happens. Be honest, load bearing, not loud. And 3, at the end of the day, you're only allowed to grade the circles. Everything else that got done is a bonus. Everything that didn't, that's Tuesday's information, not tonight's verdict. That's it. You'll finish 30% of your list some weeks. The circle makes sure that the right 30% and that you actually feel like you've landed it. Because the world will keep moving either way. The only question is whether you'll be celebrating or apologizing while it does. So, the list was wrong, not you. The gap does the damage, not the standard. And done is decided in the morning by you, not at midnight by the list. The woman in this story didn't get the sentence from a book. She got it from saying her week out loud every Monday in a room where someone asks the question, the one after, "How is your week?" This room is the Growth Collective, my weekly accountability group for women in business. Small on purpose, honest on purpose. If you've been grading yourself against the fictional week and you're ready for a room that keeps a real score, DM me the word growth, pop me an email, leave a comment in the Substack, or if you're on LinkedIn or Instagram, I'll send you the details. And this week's question, what's one item on your list that's actually load bearing? Just one. Send it to me. I read every message and I absolutely love holding you to it. And if there is a deeper pattern calling you, the schedule that keeps promising a woman who doesn't show up, the 5 elements chapter of my book, The Catalytic Code, is where I'd start. Link to the book is in the show notes. If Amplify with Purpose served you today, follow the show, leave a quick review, and send this to one of your friends whose Sunday night lists you've probably witnessed. She knows, you know. Because when you lead with purpose and deliver with consistency, you don't just succeed. You create impact that outlasts you.
Thank you for spending this time with me. I don't take it for granted. If today's episode moves something for you, please would you do 3 things? Follow the show so you never miss an episode. Leave a quick review. It genuinely helps other purpose-driven women find us. And send this one to the friend who needed to hear it. You know exactly who she is. You'll find me on LinkedIn and Instagram, and the links are in the show notes. And my DMs are always open. Until next time, lead with purpose, deliver with consistency, and go create the impact that outlasts you.